Collie and Brenna, were best friends. They liked to say they were besties. They were both 8 years old, lived next door to one another, and were even in the same classroom at school. Some days they would dress just alike, and people would ask if they were twins. The girls would giggle, because they did look somewhat alike with blonde hair and blue eyes. But there was one thing that made them very different. It was something they rarely thought about, until Christmas came around. School was out for winter break. The girls still saw each other every day, and liked not having to get up early to go to the bus stop in the snow. They liked being able to stay up late and sleep in late too. "I wish winter break would last forever," Brenna told Collie. "Or at least until summer break." Collie agreed, and they giggled. When they were together, they did a lot of giggling, as 8-year-old girls usually do. Collie's mother had taken the week off. "Only 6 more days until Christmas," she reminded Collie one morning. "We had better get busy baking and wrapping presents." Collie's 4-year-old brother, Ben, jumped with glee. "Yeah, cookies!" he shouted. "Can Brenna come over and help us?" Collie asked. Brenna's parents worked long hours during the week, and she knew her friend would like some company. Plus, baking cookies would be super fun and yummy. Collie's mom thought for a moment and answered. "Sure," she said. "I see no reason why not, as long as the two of you behave." Collie smiled. She and Brenna always behaved. "We'll be angels as usual," Collie promised. Collie picked up the phone and called her bestie. Brenna said she would love to come join the fun. Soon Brenna was at the front door, and Collie let her in. "Look!" cried Brenna, pointing to her red sweater. Collie burst out laughing and pointed to her own red shirt. "We must be twins for real!" she exclaimed. The two had worn identical sweaters on without even planning to. Brenna and Collie played upstairs in Collie's room for a long time. They played their favorite CD over and over, dancing and singing to it. Collie put on a play wig and grabbed her karaoke microphone and turned the volume up. Brenna danced and sang along until they laughed so hard they could sing no more. Then the girls played a board game, and then Collie brought out some new Barbie dolls. "Do you think we will ever get too big to play with dolls?" Brenna asked as they divided the dolls up and dressed them head to toe. "Never," determined Collie. "My mom still plays Barbies with me, so I know I will never get too old. I will do like she does, and pretend I am playing to make my little girl happy, but nope, I don't think we will ever get too big for dolls." After playing dolls, the two played dress up. Collie had tons of costumes like princess gowns, cowgirl outfits, and even Ninja Turtles masks and swords. She also had a huge drawer full of costume jewelry that her grandmother had given her several years before. "Look at me," Brenna said, primping around the room with pink high-heel shoes and a dozen necklaces on. Collie dressed up like a princess, and the two pretended to have a tea party. "Your tea served at high noon, Your Highness," Brenna told her friend, offering a teacup to her. "Oh, but thank you, my dear," Collie returned. "Now, fetch me my slippers, please." "Wait a minute, I'm not Cinderella," Brenna protested. "Oh, sorry about that," Collie said, and the girls burst into laughter. Later, the girls went downstairs for a snack. "Are you little ladies ready to make cookies?" Collie's mother asked. "Sure," the girls answered in unison. Collie's mother collected the ingredients needed to bake sugar cookies, and instructed the girls on what to do. "First, measure out the flour," she told them. The girls carefully measured the flour and placed it in a big bowl. Then, Collie's mother continued with the rest of the instructions. "Now, mix it all together and roll it into a ball," she said. The girls did as they were told. Collie's mother gave them a rolling pin, and had them roll the dough into a thin layer. Then, she gave them cookie cutters. One was a big Santa Claus. One was a star, and one was a little elf. Ben showed up on the scene. "I want the Santa," he exclaimed. "You can each do one of each," Collie's mother informed. "No, thank you," Brenna replied very politely. "If it's alright, I will just choose the star." Collie felt horrible. She had forgotten all about Brenna being Jewish when she invited her over to make Christmas cookies. Being Jewish meant Brenna did not believe in Santa or even in Christmas. She and her family celebrated Hanukkah. That was the one way in which Collie and Brenna were different. It was something the girls had never talked about, but today, Collie decided to break the silence. "So if you don't celebrate Christmas and Santa doesn't come, what fun is your winter break?" Collie asked her best friend. Brenna pressed the star cookie cutter into the dough and pulled out a perfect shape. "Are you kidding?" she said with a smile. "We get to celebrate for 8 days. We play with fun toys like the dreidel, and get gifts and money and eat lots and lots of yummy food. I have always felt sorry for those who celebrate Christmas, because there are only 2 days, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day." Together the girls put their cookies on the baking sheet, Collie with her Christmas shapes, Brenna with her Hanukkah shapes, and Ben with a Santa shape. The girls looked at their cookies all laid out together. Collie looked at her bestie and smiled. "I guess our friendship is like a baking sheet of cookies," she decided. "We are a mixture of Santas and stars, but no matter how the cookies crumble, together we are sweet." Brenna looked at Collie and smiled. "Yep, we are just two crazy cookies, besties till the very end."